Welcome everybody to Panfish Nation along with Mark. I'm Lyle and Mark. We're back at the hot weather again.
Again, you live in Hades, Missouri.
Dude,
It looks like I'm living in Hades, Illinois. It wasn't as hot. Well, explain to me this. How can it be 97 degrees and 114 heat index? What's that about?
it has to do with humidity and all kinds of different things. The way they work that up, but we had 98 today, and our real feel was 104. So you know what I mean.
I saw that today on my weather app. I'm like, you got to be joking me. And I'm going fishing tonight, so hopefully it'll cool off. They say a low of like 75, which sounds nice, but it's still warm at night.
That's right.
It'll bring all the mosquitoes and mayflies out
Oh,
in full
yes.
force.
Yeah, it just be horrible. But um, my outlook for 10 days is in the 80s next week, most all next week. I think I got one day it's going to make 90. So I have something positive to look forward to. I think that I will take the boat out and fill it up so I'm ready to go. The first cool day I'll be on the water. So Mark Barnum says still going to be 108 index at 9 o'clock tonight. Holy crap. See, and that's what I thought about tonight. We let everybody talk about how they're dealing with this heat and if they are fishing, and a lot of them's going to be, these guys are going to fish more. They're not going to sit home and deal with it. For the most part, they figure out a way, or for shorter periods of time, or fishing at night. We'll find out. We'll find out. See what everybody's doing, but it's miserable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been fishing the last 2 nights, and I usually like to launch my boat while it's still light out.
Right.
That's just something I've always done. Tonight, that's not going to happen. After the show, I'm going to bolt out of here and get down to the water and go fishing. But I'll be fine with that. But it was stinking hot last 2 nights, even. And well, actually, Monday it cooled down to like 60, I think 62 degrees, and I was freezing just because I was sitting in near 90 degrees all day.
I
Those
know.
those temperature swings don't help, and that river isn't. I don't know why the river isn't warming up. The surface temperature on my Garmin was saying 79 degrees. That's it. I like that 80-degree weather, 82-degree water. Get them flatheads really moving.
Well,
But
they have to move around now; they'll boil.
well, 79 degrees, that ain't too bad. That's you know. It's been quite the couple of days. Not just the heat, but the heat's topped it off. Had a couple of those those drumstick ice creams from that you get at the grocery store from
What's
Goodyear.
those things?
Oh, so do I. I had 2 of them today for lunch.
I can eat them by the box. That's
My
why
mom claims that she used to eat them by the box when she was pregnant with me, so that could explain a lot too.
you never know. But
Mhm.
them things are really, really good. There's 2 or 3 of them ice cream treat things that I really, really like. One of the things, I haven't had anything like that in a long time. I'm trying to stay off of the food topic tonight because we get so
Okay.
wound up in it. But we went out the other night and I had a chocolate dip ice cream cone from Dairy Queen. I dearly love them things. It was awesome.
They're delicious. Well, we got to be able to talk about ice cream if we're talking about beating the heat tonight.
Well, it kind of goes hand in hand because it cools you off.
It does. Hey, what do you say I shout out everybody in chat, Lyle?
It sounds like a great idea.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are keeping cool and keeping hydrated. But let's start with Chucky up top. What's going on, Chucky? How you doing, sir? Dale Hayslip in the house. There's my buddy Freddie over at FOA Customs and Gear. There's Chadwick Fields from Fields to Water. What's up, Chad? Fishing with Jeff Beal. How you doing, Jeff? Fisherman Sid. Is that a new one, Lyle?
It's new to me, I think.
Welcome, bud. Welcome, Sid. Good to have you. JG Hill in the house. Wait, that just all slipped on me. There's Joe Buck. He's a channel member. What's going on, Joe? I want to take this second to remind you guys that if you're a channel member, you're going to be entered in the giveaway that Lyle's doing at the end of the month. We'll get into that a little later in the show as well. So we got Fishing for Whiskers. What's up, Rhonda? How you doing? Mark Barnum. What's up, Mark? There's Nubby's Catfishing. Ray Smith in the house. He's a channel member. So is Joe Buck. Sorry about that, Joe. There's Troy over at Real and Virtual Outdoors. He's a channel supporter. Thank you very much, Troy. He was. He said, "I'm first, suckers." I saw that when I came in. There's Josh over at the Weekend Angler, and there's Uncle Lou. What's going on, Lou? Annette's catfishing just popped in here. How you doing, Annette? What's going on, dear? Did I miss anybody? Sid, Rhonda. Oh, there's Dee. She's a channel supporter. Thank you, Dee. Appreciate you very much.
Absolutely. How about Fishing for Whiskers? Did you get him?
Yep, I got her. That's Rhonda. That's Itty Bitty Kitty Committee's mom.
Okay.
Just so you got a good idea who that is. She's always nice to see in the lives everywhere. All right, I got everything set. So, and Freddie over at FOA Customs gave you a $5 super chat. It says, "Love the show, fellas."
We appreciate it so much. Mark, I'm going to put me up here on full screen. I'm going to show you a couple things. We're going to have this giveaway coming up. If I remember right, it's next Monday or next Wednesday night.
I believe so.
Okay. And this is for channel members. So this is one of the little jewels that we're going to be giving away.
I like that.
If you compare that to that's my little finger. You can see compared to the nail, I can't never do this, how big that is. It's about 11/16 of an inch long overall. I had a guy message me the other day, and Mark Barnum had made a post last week, and we missed it right as we was going out about wanting to see some of these. So I brought a couple in here. I've got some black ones that are really buggy looking and even smaller, shorter than that. I don't know if you see this or not because it's green, but we'll try it.
That looks pretty good right from here.
But these are ones that I using on double hook rigs with a gurgler on the top. And
with a what?
A gurgler. It's a floating bug on the top of the water, and this will sink underneath of it on a line about 6, 8, 10 inches of line, and it'll be just underneath the surface. And the idea is the front one will get the attention of the fish, and they'll nail the back one. But to be quite honest, I've been hitting that top one pretty regular.
It don't matter, does it to you?
I don't care.
There's Buckeye Catfish, and I believe I missed him. How you doing, Buckeye? Says this week's special from our famous ice cream place, sea salt double caramel ice cream. Yum. That does sound good.
It does sound good. Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm going to go through a couple of these chats here real quick so I don't fall too far behind Lyle. Jeff Beal says currently 73 right now in Pennsylvania. Mark Barnum says he was saying this earlier. We saw this earlier, but we'll say it again. 108 heat index here at 9 p.m. I believe you're in Iowa, aren't you, Mark? If I'm not mistaken. Forgive me if I'm wrong.
Yep, I believe you're right.
And Freddie picks a nice cool day to be pouring lead.
Oh, Freddie, what's wrong with you? Yeah, it's and we're going to have 100 the next 2 days. Anywhere they've been, depending on what station you listen to, they're talking 99 to 101. Depends on who you listen to. So we went out shopping yesterday for groceries and stuff, and come in and stayed in the rest of the day. And they had a sale at a store local to us in a different town. We buzzed down there to get a deal on some steaks. We got down there to do it. wasn't on the steaks, but they had big packages of hamburger on sale, and we loaded up on that and some roasts. And he bought 5 roasts and like 25 pounds of hamburgers. So
there you go. You're set for a while there.
Should be, yeah. And hey, I just keep buying whatever they got when it's on sale. You stock up.
Mark Barnum says he's giving his recliner a workout. He says my recliner is getting drove hard this week. There's Uncle Lou's comment again. He says this heat's ridiculous.
It is. It is. JG Hill says we'll hit 98 Friday in North Carolina. Nice today with 80s with the breeze. Thankful for it, I bet. Yeah. Well,
while you were talking about your weather next week, I just checked mine, and ours is going to be in the upper 70s. So that's a good sign. But you know what that's a sign of? That's a sign that Labor Day is coming.
That's right.
And you know what happens when Labor Day comes and goes, right?
Yeah, kids go back to school.
They're already back to school here, but the boaters go back home.
Right. Well, and this is the last vacation, the big vacation holiday of the tourist season. So kids will be going back to school. Lake Ozark will still have a lot of boats on it, but it'll probably drop by 50% after this weekend.
It's been
I'm talking about pleasure boaters.
Pleasure boats, exactly.
Yeah.
It's been insane out here on the weekends. Sheila's been wanting to get out and stuff, and we just haven't done it as much as we wanted to. But some guys got busted for racing their big a Baja and a guy in a cigarette. They were doing 60 miles an hour, not 30 feet from docks.
Wow.
They're just nuts. Uncle Lou says, I imagine this is what hell feels like.
Well, I'm thinking it might be correct about that.
Johnny Smallpepper shared this out. Thank you, Johnny. We appreciate you. If you guys would be so kind to share it out, we would be very grateful.
And you can always hit that thumbs up. We like that. We like subscribers too. So anything that you can do will be awesome to help us out. Get us a little higher up on the page. Feels like 95. Yeah. Ours is still around 100, but it's like 94 now. We're not getting out of the like 79, 75 to 79 for low these days. It's just been miserable. So,
Johnny brought up this topic this comment. He says summers are hot, have been that way forever. This year has been really cool by me. That's part of the reason why we're finally getting some 90 degrees, which we haven't had all summer for the most part, and it's just it's ridiculous. And I know I'm crying a lot because you guys are having a lot more temperature, but I'm just saying comparatively,
But don't you have a really bunch of humidity up there with all them lakes around?
Last night there was 98% humidity and 16 or 70 degrees. It was bad, and the bugs got really bad there as soon as the wind stopped. We got a lot of wind. I think it was a lot of thermal wind because it was going to be so hot today. Last night before I loaded the boat up, which was about 5:30 in the morning. So it kept the bugs away when it would kick up, but it would come and go all night. It was kind of weird. But when that wind was blowing, it was actually kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and one thing about it doesn't have to be really heavy wind. A good strong light breeze will put them bugs. I don't know where they go, but they get out of my face, and that's what I like.
Mm-hmm. Chad taking a shot at me. He says, Labor Day, you pleasure boaters put your boat up for the year, right, Mark?
Brotherly love.
Yeah, it is what it is. No, it's not going to put away.
Mark says we have become weak and we never even had AC in the house growing up. We didn't either. We never had AC. My dad built a house in 1965. It didn't have air conditioner in it. And he died in 1973, and probably my senior year of high school, 1975, 1976, was probably the first air conditioner that was ever installed in that house. So,
and that's exactly what I'm talking about. You get used to having air conditioning. That's no different than getting used to having cool weather and then getting smacked in the face with the heat. So
yeah, and we was 300 miles north of here. So you should realistically have cooler temperatures. But I remember a lot of 100-degree days in the late 1960s and 1970s. It was 100 every year, and I remember 30 below temperature too. All that crap they try to talk us into is just a load. But yeah, we've always had that, and it goes in circles. We'll have extreme heat for a few years, and then like last year is very comfortable through the summer for us. I mean, I don't think we hit 100 all last year. We did. It wasn't very many times. Low 90s.
Yeah, just like the snow up here, it comes and goes. You have good years and you have bad years. It is what it is for the most part, and ebbs and flows.
That's right.
And we're complaining. And Sean T down there in Louisiana, he says, "Line 90s, laughing my butt off. Only wish it was 90s here. That would feel like a cold front."
Wow. Hey, guess what? Today's Creole's birthday. Happy birthday, Jeremy. I don't think he's in here. Laura probably took him out and look at house plans for his birthday.
Happy birthday, Jeremy. I wished him a happy birthday on Facebook. So happy birthday.
I did too.
Uncle Lou says 96 and a real feel of 110 here in Northwest Iowa yet.
Again, I think that Lee has a lot of humidity up there where he's at also. So
Jeff says after Labor Day, the flatheads start biting. I've gotten a couple bites in the last couple nights. We put one in the boat, and I'm not going to talk about it. Watch the video once I get it. You'll see. You'll see what happened. Pretty epic. Pretty epic. What, Lyle? I'm sorry.
I said great fish, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That was my buddy Tony's. He got on that one, but it got put in the boat, and I took him to that spot. So I'm taking just a little bit of that credit. So
heck yeah. JG Hill says they had attic fan, OAC, but open the windows and the fan to pull the air through the house. Yeah, and we put window fans in ours, and it would pull it across you. We only have the windows open about this high. Yep. And that nice cool air coming over top of you in these trunks, man, it was better than doing without.
You know, I had some friends who lived behind a cornfield, and they had one of those whole house fans in their house, and they had left it on and the windows cracked when they went to work, and the farmer behind them decided to plow his field up.
Oh. Yeah, that's never good. That's never good.
What's going on, Stonefly? How you doing?
Yeah, Stonefly says my dad always said we didn't have AC in Vietnam. I'm sure. Can you imagine what those guys went through? There's no air conditioning over there, and it's just a swamp all the time. So the humidity is at least 100% constantly. Them was real men.
Yeah, exactly. The stuff the soldiers here do for this country, the places they go, everything from the jungles of Vietnam to the deserts and Afghan, the dry desert conditions in Afghanistan and such in the Middle East. You guys are making me feel like a little baby crying about the temperatures I got. That's for sure, and the stuff I'm going through. But
that's right, and
we appreciate you.
That's right. You don't have the highest regard and respect for them guys and what they do. Shame on you. That's just the way it is because they do it all. Go ahead.
Josh says, we had central air growing up, but it had to be hotter than absolute heck.
I'm guessing it didn't turn it on a lot. If I had it, baby, it's getting on. Yeah. I remember, Mark, I hot-rodded cars really heavy for a lot of years when I was younger. And I would buy a car. The first thing that happened was that air conditioner come off that motor because it took 20 horsepower away from it. And all the other stuff was just added weight that you didn't need. So when I got done with it, you never put an air back on. It just
wait. Now you got these guys that restore these cars. They put the air conditioner into them suckers now. You ever see them do that?
Yeah. When I done work for United Access and built them handicapped accessible vans, a lot of them vans, I would install units up on top of the raised roof that we put on them.
Okay.
And plumb it all. And you could make them babies. There's like a house unit on top of a van. It's like they have the ones in a motorhome. And when you put them in there, you can really make them crank out some cold air to go along with what comes from the factory in it. But you can make them cool down. Yeah.
We had one in our camper that we had back then, and it was broke, but not the way you think. It was broke in the wrong direction. It would get like an ice box in that darn thing.
Yeah.
So it was either 65 degrees it would get down to in there, or 100 degrees outside. So we left that sucker run and cracked the windows open. It worked out pretty good.
Buckeye says, was that when gas was 25 cents a gallon? No, when I started driving in the mid 70s, gas or cigarettes 35 cents a gallon, 35 cents a pack. Didn't seem to make much difference. What you wanted was 35 cents. But when I was a kid, before I was able to drive, they used to have gas wars, and I remember my dad going up and filling up a 55-gallon barrel, and every gas can they get, of course, you buy a gas can for 50 cents in. And they had gas in one whole side of Mom's garage. She was just furious about all that gas in there, but they bought it for 16.9 cents a gallon. 16.9.
Greg Burgess says, hello from Louisiana. Hello, Mark and Lyle. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in, Greg.
Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, 25 cents a gallon. I remember that. I wasn't driving then, but I did buy some gas for 35 cents a gallon.
Ray says they had swamp coolers. You ever use a swamp cooler, Ray or Lyle?
In Texas, I worked in a Ford dealership that had them in the garage. And it wasn't like air conditioning, but it was a huge difference maker. Because down there, you get up in the morning, it'd be 96, 97, 98 degrees. then it'd warm up to 115, West Texas. And them swamp coolers was a welcome sight to me. And I didn't know anything about them when I first seen them, but it didn't take you very long to figure them out and get them to where they work if they quit.
Yeah, they work pretty good. I've had a little bit of experience with them, not much. I haven't had to use them when it's that bad. What I think it works good is when my nieces were younger, we took them to Disney World. You won't catch me dead there these days. But anyways, we did a long ways back. We took them to Disney World, and in the lines, they had big fans and they had misters built into the fans. Those worked good. If I could fish in front of those, I'd be a happy man.
You get some of them like they have for the football players that they have out on the field in the beginning of the season when it's so hot. Yeah.
Another thing that I was thinking about last night is when I worked for Citgo, they weren't full, but they never took down the salt pill dispensers on the walls.
The what?
There's salt in the factories here. They would put salt pill dispensers to help you with dehydration. Salt tablets.
Whenever I played football in high school, they used to give us salt tablets.
Yep.
And I've often thought that's a lot of my addiction to salt, because I'm telling you, I salt everything, mostly before I even taste it. Because I don't care how much salt's on it, usually ain't enough. But I've often wondered if that had anything to do with it. Probably not, but anyhow, I took them religiously because coach said, take them. You take them. So
Josh says, ever see the Flintstones? They based that show on Lyle.
Oh, what's wrong with him?
I don't know. I didn't mean to highlight that. Sorry, bud.
That's all right. I was going to. We have a guy that has a YouTube channel, and I can't think of the name of it right offhand. He fishes by himself in a little old John boat, and he has a fan in his John boat blowing on him while he's crappie and bluegill fishing. Fish yanker. And I'm impressed with that. I'm not sure, but I think them fans come from Far Harbor Freight. I watched the show when he was telling about them, and I believe that's where they come from. In my mind, if you're going to be out in 90-plus degree weather, that's a great idea. They evidently hook up to a battery pack and take very little electricity to run them. I think that would be a great addition to a boat.
They sell rechargeable ones that Betty and Brandon have in their boat. USB rechargeable ones. It's a small little fan. I've seen them on Amazon for like $14, and they work great. Just have that little bit of breeze on your face when you need it when you're getting overheated. I had bought I use rigid tools here in my shop, and for the one reason, the warranty, they'll replace it as long as you register. They'll replace it. So I bought one of the rigid fans that actually uses the battery packs that I have a whole bunch of laying around the house. And that's what I've been throwing in my boat. I haven't really put much use to it, but we have used it. It works really well. So,
well, Josh says he bought a Bauer 20-volt fan at Harbor Freight, and it rocks. That tells me all I need to know. So, I think it'd be a great addition. This 100-degree weather, we haven't been getting out too much. The only thing I've been doing is once in a while I get up early and go out with the fly rod to the Niagara River. And
I froze. It looks like I froze.
Yeah, it's you. There you go. You're back.
There, am I back? All right, I'm back.
But, come in early. And like I say, Chad and Dee was here for a week. They can attest to what kind of weather we had that week. And then we had a little reprieve after they left, and then it's right back up here again. So I was just curious to if everybody in chat, if our viewers are watching or are still fishing, and if they are, how are they dealing with the heat? Now, I know in your instance you're still fishing, but you're fishing mostly at night right now.
Yeah, I'm fishing at
early mornings.
Yeah, I'm fishing at night. I just checked the weather here, and it's going to cool down next week. I'll be fishing during the day next week, so definitely I know I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to see if I can't get on a summer crappie bite and some perch maybe next week. I need some fillets in the freezer, and I want to have some fun. And I'm going to do some scouting for the Panfish Nation Championship, which I happen to be one of the contestants in.
Yeah, I gotta jump on that too. Hey Jody, how you doing, kiddo? But yeah, I gotta get on that too, and I saved the best two for last just in case I needed them. So I have Lake Ozark, which uh, and Truman. Lake Ozark will probably be the last. If I get in, I'll save it for the last because in we're talking about doing the year end thing in October, and most of the pleasure boaters will be gone by then. Uh, Not all of them; there'll still be some out there, but I just won't go where they're at. Uh, but Truman Lake will be our next jaunt, and next week, like I say, we're going to have some cool weather. And guess where Cindy and Lyle are going to be? Truman Lake.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get ready, and if I can go up there and find what I'm looking for and do a little scouting for some catfish, I think I still got time to jump in on Chad's couples tournament. But if you can't find the fish, it doesn't matter because in this heat, we just haven't been out. It's just too hot for me. So I seen Jody been fishing at night, so I know she has. Hey Frank, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Frank? How you doing, bud? John says over at Small Whirlers Charter, he says in the fall they'll be doing crappie charters.
I can make
Fall crappie fishing's always fun. Definitely fun. The bluegill fishing's a little different, at least from the bank it is here. It kind of is terrible in the fall, but if you can get out in the boat, I'm hoping it'll be better. I'm hoping to get on them this year. So
find some weed lines, you'll be fine. I think.
I think they go deep in the when the water temp drops in the fall. That could be me though.
You got what 10-degree colder water than I do? Probably
Well, I
more.
don't know what your water temp is, but last night after all this, the river temperature was 79 degrees, which I don't
Wow.
understand. This time of year, it should be like 85 to 90, but
Yeah, we haven't had. Well, it was 80 the last time I was out, but I've been out in a while. Greg says it's South Louisiana. It's 95 at 7:30. Holy crap on a cracker!
922 says he wants to get a hold of James Dockery so he can get entered in on that day.
Um, I would send him a message then.
You can reach him on Facebook, and I believe that James Dockery Fishing on YouTube might have his email address on the about page. So
Yep, you can get message him on Facebook and say, hey, I want to get in that tournament. Let me in. Let me in. And how many is it that he's allowing in there?
eight, I believe.
And if he has too many people wanting in, and you don't have
Wheel of Misfortune, also known as the Green Wheel.
green wheel, that's right. Kept fishing Fresno. What are you doing? Glad
What's
to
up?
see you here.
What's
But
up,
yeah,
Stevie?
that is that's a great going to be a great tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. Uh, and it's not that far off. I'm trying to think of the date, but I think it's second or third weekend in September. I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember the date either. We should probably know this.
James is watching. He'll jump in here and tell us what the date is. And
Or Chad will know it as well. So if one of those
I'll give his link on how to get a
or
hold of him.
Josh should know it too.
Yeah, I should.
September 9th.
September
There you
9th.
go.
Thank you, Josh.
Josh just pulled ahead of Chad.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Josh is going live tying jig or flies and jigs tonight, so he'll be doing that after we get done here. If you want to see some jig and fly tying, and I might join him.
Here's a comment from 922 Barbecue. He says, I got banned from Facebook. Laughing emojis. I like that. I like how you roll. Johnson's 285 here. He's in Florida.
Funny.
He's over by Lake Okeechobee.
Wow. PA trapping outdoors. It's 58 degrees and feels good. Finally cooling down. 58. I can't imagine. Wow. I promise you, if it was 58 here, I'd be on the water right now.
I'd have a jacket on.
I probably would.
So what else do you guys do when you keep cool out there in chat? Anybody use like those do you ever see those wicking or those like neck wraps that you can buy that you soak in water and put on there, the cooling ones?
Got those, and when I used to shoot all the time, we kept them in coolers and change them out in between rounds a lot of times, and they work really, really good. A lot of times a wet cloth of some kind underneath my hat, up there where all the hair and knowledge is at. Yeah.
That's a solar panel for a fishing machine, right, Lyle?
I think you're right about that. I haven't heard that before, but I like it.
I just made it up. Feel free to use it.
We were talking about Jody a while ago.
Oh,
Jody has a lot of hair. If you and I could split hers up, we could look like Charlie Manson. How in the world, Jody? You got to tell us how you keep.
Like, wait a minute. I'm not going to let that slide. Like who?
Charles Manson. But I know that much hair has got to be hot. Now, Cindy puts hers up on top of her head a lot of times, or she'll put it in ponytails. But there's got to be a way. I mean,
I don't remember what it's like. I when I had my goatee real long, I would put it in I'd either put it in a ponytail or a braid that way, just to keep it from getting all over my neck.
So you had a man bun?
No, I face bun. Face bun.
Air conditioned cab on a Hughes craft.
I didn't know James.
That is roughing it. I didn't know that either. That's roughing it, all right. But man, that's a lot of hair. I mean, that's all she's got, a lot of hair. Oh man, I could take just a little bit of that and it'd do a lot of good for me on top of my head in the wintertime.
Hey Lyle, Mike must have heard us talking about the wheel, because there he is. What's going on, Mike? How you doing, Mr. Greenwell Fishing?
I got a message here.
Uh-oh. Do we need to wait to hear what it is?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I got messages too. I'm not even going to open them.
Well, I had to. I thought it might have been important, but it was.
Look, that one of the prodigal sons.
Oh my God. Van, where you been?
What's up, buddy? How you doing? Hopefully everything's good your way.
Glad to see you in here tonight, my friend. Well, now it's getting blamed on Chad, so it's still funny.
Jody says, not really. I had the back of my head shaved off. What? Your backside? Wait, no, hold on. I can't go there. You should have seen how much hair I had before.
Wow.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. Now, the messages keep popping up.
I keep hearing it go doodle-doo, doodle-doo.
I don't know how to stop that, or I would.
I'd help you, but they'd all get mad at me for helping you. Stop that.
I'm getting vulgar emojis sent to me. Imagine that. But I thought, Benz, we know that Josh and Chad are watching. Who knows if Docker is or not? But we got September 9th is the date if you guys want entered. And if anybody has a link to Dockery, how to sign up, go ahead and put it in there. If not, just send him a message through Facebook. It'd probably be the best. And if you don't do Facebook, just send it to me, and I'll forward it to James. So we'll go that route. However we got to do to get you in there. Like I say, if it fills up with over 8, I believe the number is, then we'll go to the wheel and see who gets in or not. So far, we haven't done that this year, so it'd be a lot of fun. But
are you fishing that day, Lyle?
If I don't, that's the plan is I got to get in. I got to fish it. So if we go to the wheel, chances are I haven't been pulled out yet. So I feel like by Greenwell, that instance, I've not ever been drawn out on that wheel. Cindy hadn't either.
Oh yeah, it's not like somebody can pick you to compete, so you got to either get drawn or not.
Yeah, so I know there's 3 of us that's already in. You, me, and Cindy. Probably Nina. Is she in?
No, Freddie is.
Yeah, Freddie
Freddie,
is. I don't think Nina's in, so she'll be in. That's 4. That only leaves 4 spots. So if you guys want in, I wouldn't be messing around too long. That way we'll know if we're going to go to the wheel or not. Because, like I say, my luck with that wheel is just about like my green wheels. It really is. It's not very well, but it is what it is, and that's the most fair way that it can be done, Mark, to get in any of the tournaments, especially Panfish tournament. But it's so much fun. We was out to that place that we was in a little I don't know what you call that thing we was in, but it was a lot of fun, and there was plenty of fish there. But I used to fly rod that day, and you couldn't cast underneath the dock, and I could see the fish down there, but I couldn't get the bait to them. So it is what it is, but it's a lot of fun. We enjoyed it very much.
hey Lyle, one real quick thing. My StreamYard is freezing up on the chat, so I can't highlight anything, but there's a lot of good comments out there.
Okay, I'll try to watch that.
Yeah, Josh over at the Weekend Angler says there's one chance left to qualify, so I'm going all out. Oh,
it's still artificial bait. That is a fact. It sure is. I'm looking to see if I missed anything important. Yep, artificial bait. No worms or anything live like that. You can use Gulp products or flies and jigs, and there's a variety of stuff that's available, but it has to be artificial bait.
hey, there's Curtis. What's going on, my friend? How you doing?
Glad to see him in here tonight. There's Lance McCoo guy.
Very cool. I'm looking at some of these comments, Lyle, over on the other screen because, like I said, my StreamYard comments are froze up. And
oh, nice,
Josh,
it's
all good.
Might be like Dockery. Man, I'm getting cussed, beat the band in that side chat.
So I thought
you're going fishing tonight.
I'm sorry, Lyle.
You're going fishing tonight.
I am going. As soon as this is done, I'm all packed up, ready to go. I got shads and salted and on ice. I got all my electronics, my GoPros and stuff all charged up, ready to go. I got lights in the boat. The guy who was supposed to fish with me couldn't make it today, unfortunately. He's a good dude. His job called him in, which is never a good thing. I'll explain to you after the show. But he has to take care of. So that means something bad happened to somebody's family. But other than that, we'll get out there. Hopefully I can fish twice as hard. And, when I'm fishing with other people in the boat, I like to make sure that, they get what they want. I don't know how.
That's right. That's I would man.
If they're on, they're on their side of the boat, I'll make sure their side of the boat's where I think the fish are going to be. You know what I mean?
For the most
part.
Yep.
It's just the way it is. It's the thing to do. So
I agree, because you can go anytime you have the boat.
Yep.
And that's kind of the way I always looked at it. I do have something that I want to get off topic for just a little bit.
Is it food related?
No.
Okay.
Our good buddy Kenneth Powell is still fighting a good fight. And I think that you are probably more up to speed about that than I am. Is there anything that you can tell everybody about?
The last I heard from him, and I've been meaning to contact a couple of people to see how he's doing, namely either Melissa and I don't want to bother Caitlin herself. I'm sure she's inundated with stuff.
I'm sure
she knows how to get a hold of me when she needs the kind of help I can offer her, which has to do with our business, but that's another story. Last I heard is he was getting put on hospice. If anybody else in chat has any updates on there other than that, feel free to put it in there. We would appreciate it. We'll read it on here so the people that listen to this on the audio side can get an update on KP. But we are definitely praying for his well-being. Everybody was really happy when they took him off the machines, and he woke up and stuff. But it's not over yet. He's got a long road to travel.
Yes, sir. You need to keep that family in your thoughts and prayers. Kenneth is a really great guy, a good friend to most of us on here. And although I haven't personally talked to his daughter because I only become acquainted with her through what is going on now, man, he's got to be proud of that little girl. She's making it happen.
I have never seen him talk about her or her name come up or him mention her name without the biggest smile on his face.
That's
So
right.
I know he loves her dearly, and I know he was always and still is very proud of her, and she's a blessing for him to have in his life. So
I agree.
God bless Caitlin as well. We also want to remind everybody of Bobcats, he's post surgery, but he's still in recovery. I read a couple updates and stuff. If you want to do that, go check out his Facebook page. You'll get a total update on that. But we want to keep praying for him as well. So
Absolutely. I had made a post or a comment on one of his posts that he had put out, and I got a little something back from him. So tells me that he's doing better and able to read stuff. So if you go over there and you make a comment, you're liable to get a thumbs up or a message or something from him, and that just tells me that Bob's doing better, and we're glad of that because he went through pretty good ordeal himself.
yeah, JG Hill Studios is reminding us that on Hog Lake Catfishing's YouTube channel, I know that Melissa does updates on their community tab every day. So
Okay,
you can always just go there and check that out as well.
Uh-huh. And sent you a screenshot of the update. Okay, Freddie. Okay, yeah, thank you, Freddie. And I was just getting ready to say, I know Freddie's got something going on over there, and I'm not sure what it is. But Freddie, if you want a link to tell us about that, I will happily send you one, and you can come in here and tell everybody about it if you would like.
I think it's a detailed description of like his update and stuff. So if somebody could post a link over to Hogleg's community tab, they can check that out for themselves. Not that I don't want to read it in chat, but I think it's some personal information. It's not my place to do that, even though it is being shared out there. But he is having some complications, and it looks like he did get up for a while, for a few seconds, was able to answer a question or two. So keep praying for him. They're asking for that. So thank you, Melissa. I know she watches in the background sometimes, and Hogleg does. So thank you for keeping us abreast of all of that, Melissa and Hogleg. You guys are awesome, and I know you're good friends to KP. So
my chat has froze now in StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Lyle. It's rather odd. Let me reload my page. I'll be back in like 2 seconds and see if that breaks it free. Hold on.
Okay, in the meantime, I am going to send this link to Freddie. So people bear with me because I got to find Freddie. And we'll send it to him, and he can jump in and tell us about his deal. Anything we can do to help Kenneth and any of them guys out, but especially Kenneth. Right now, Kenneth really needs some assistance.
I reloaded, and it looks like it broke free, so hopefully it'll keep up.
Did you just refresh?
I just hit refresh on there.
Okay, that's what I'll do. I'm going to wait here for a minute to see if we get to.
Freddie says he's raised $660 as of this afternoon for the raffle benefit for him. Way to go, Freddie.
Awesome. That is great news. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit refresh, see if it does.
All right. Asleep at the Reel Fishing. What's going on, my friend? He says, what's up, guys? I just saw you live. I'm a little late. We'll be here for a little while yet. We're happy to have you. Happy you came in here. And that reminds me that if you come in here, if you're in here and you like the show, please hit that thumbs up. Lyle definitely appreciates it. It helps in the algorithm, all that good stuff. The more chat we get in there, the better as well. Here comes Lyle. He'll be here. Lyle, welcome back.
Hey, thanks, man.
We'll put you back in the drive. Hold on. We'll put you in the driver's seat. There you go.
Well, good. I didn't have to be over.
It froze again. There's Freddie. Let's bring him in. Oh,
we did. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Doing all right. As y'all see, I'm busy pouring lead, so I'm just going to take a quick minute. As of 6 p.m. tonight, we've raised $660. For those that you don't know, I'm Freddie from FOA Customs and Gear. We've got our YouTube page. You can check it out. I'm doing daily updates this week throughout the process, but we're going to hold a raffle giveaway this Saturday at 6 p.m. on my channel. We've got a bunch of prizes that we've had donated to us. So in my one of my videos, you can see my links to my PayPal and my Cash App. $5 donation gets you a chance to win one of these prizes. 25, we throw in an extra, gives you 6 chances. Again, we've 660 so far. We've got Catfish clothing, shirt, and hat combos sent to us. Pisky Fun Chaos Reel, $100 Amazon gift card, 2 major FOA fishing packs, which includes a rod, tackle, FOA cowboy hat, and some other stuff. And then I just got this right here.
I need that.
Donated.
Ooh.
I need that, Freddie.
It is the PR 6500 Catfish Pro.
Is it
That's
for
another
sale?
prize.
That'll go perfect with the 6 others that I have sitting in the garage, Freddie.
Yep. So that was just donated to us just shortly ago, and then we've had 2 more donations come in through PayPal. So I think we're at 680 now, but we're going to be taking donations all the way up until 6 p.m. of the show. And if people just can't afford to donate, I please urge you just to jump in and watch the show because I'm going to throw in a couple sets of hooks just for the people coming into the community and watching it and supporting this process, as a bonus, just to help out some. And during the giveaways, we're actually going to take a break right before the final 2 major prize giveaways and actually sit on the show and actually send the money directly to Caitlin while we're on the show live. So
Very well. When is this going to take place?
it's going to be 6 p.m. on this coming Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
6 p.m. Eastern time, not Lyle time, but
Have you seen? I got you. Have you seen the boxes of jigs that I tie?
I sure have.
How about we donate one of those and add that to your list? And if you want, I'll mail it to you. I think the better thing to do is you tell me who gets it, and I'll mail it from here. We don't have to pay shipping on it twice. Highest shipping.
Yep. That works perfectly.
And
Thanks,
Freddie,
Lyle.
why don't you put me down for a $25 FOA Customs gift card?
Wow, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. Y'all, it's
Not a problem.
It's humbling. Like I said on a couple of my videos, Daryl did such a great job helping Bobcat out with his that, I figured I'd just take the lead on this to try to help Caitlin out because a lot of people don't know she's staying in a hotel. She's not
That's killer right there.
And also not really working right now. So she's got bills piling up. She's got a hotel she's got to take care of, so anything we can give her through this process or at any time, on Hoglegs he has always got the link to her PayPal. Mark's done it too. Quite a few people have put her PayPal and her Cash App link so that during this process you can still send it directly to her. Unfortunately I can't see her, so I can't take
I'll get those links to post them in chat as well. So
guys, there's one other thing. As bad as things are for Kenneth, there's another person that we forgot about. Actually, 2, but one in particular. Steve and Melissa are great friends with Kenneth, and I see Steve every once in a while doing a show. I'll be up for whatever reason, and the man's tore up. This is hurting him.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that they're great friends, and I think that they probably need prayers also because this is a bad situation that affects a lot of people, and Kenneth is so close to a number of us that, but nobody any more than Steve.
I just posted the links to her Cash App and to her PayPal, so they're in chat as well.
Very good.
That Catfish Pro Abu that I just showed pictures of was actually donated from Uncle Lou himself. So,
way to go, Uncle Lou.
That's pretty cool, Lee. Thank you so much for stuff like that. It just goes to show that our family is very strong.
Yep.
Very strong.
Yeah, and so people don't know. Every day as this process goes, I pull the money out of my Cash App and PayPal and put it directly into a separate savings account so it don't get mixed up with my work money or nothing like that. So, and I do instant transfer, so it costs me a couple bucks every time I transfer it, which I don't care. It's what we're doing it for is for Caitlin and Kenneth. So, and also we did order the logo that everybody's seeing float around, the KP Strong logo. We did order 500 stickers. They should be in about a week and a half. And if anybody wants one of those, just shoot us an email at foacustoms@yahoo. We'll definitely send you one of those out.
That'd be great. But that's something that I know that we haven't talked about much, but it needs to be. We need to stay on top of this because Kenneth's really in bad shape.
Yep. But I'm going to back out of here and let y'all finish stuff. Thanks for letting me come up, Lyle and Mark. Love you guys, and we'll talk to everybody later.
Get back to work. Get back to work, Freddie. Thank you.
Let me know who wins the jig pack, and I'll see that it gets shipped right out.
Will do, Pops.
Thanks.
Later, Fred. Good job.
Man's working really hard to make this happen, make something good for Kenneth and Mark, it could be any one of us next time.
It's going to be it's going to be each and every one of us at one point.
At one point, yeah, but
Yeah.
This deal with Kenneth hit really hard and it hit really fast, and it like I say, could be any of us. So if you can help him, it'd be greatly appreciated. If you can't, everybody understands. We got that. That girl needs all the help she can get because I've been in where she's at. I know what it takes to do that. Thank you, Dee. Thank you for posting that. All right. Back to what we was talking about, hot weather. And I'm thinking that late evenings, overnight, or in the mornings for me until it cools down. Hey, Turner Fishing, welcome.
What's going on, Crappie Man? Junior, I believe his dad was Crappie Man.
I think so.
He says, got to be thankful for every cast and bite you get, never knowing it could be your last.
That's a fact. And I seen he had a live the other night where he was pouring stuff. He pours jigs. He pours plastics. Man does it all. He's got it going on. Go to Crappie Man Fishing and check out his stuff. He's got some sales on. I know he does because I got an email the other day of some of the stuff that he has on sale. Check him out. He's been a guest on our show, Mark, a couple of times. Absolutely pleasure to have him on here. We'll have to get him lined up again one of these days and make it happen.
I'm going to put some of his green jigs to work next week for sure. That's if I can find a fish.
This fall.
But I watched a video of his, and he gave some summer tips, so we're definitely going to do that. And one of them was docks. Sorry to steal that from you, but docks is good in summer.
I agree. I'm anxiously waiting for the fall crappie bite here because right now we have that tournament coming up, and my mind is set on bluegill. I really feel that I can catch more bluegill than I can crappie. And that's why,
without a doubt.
That's why I'm going to go that way. Now, James Dockery, on the other hand, he could go either way, but he can't fish this one. He's already in, and he's hosting the tournament, so he can't fish it. So there's that.
You got a chance.
Maybe. We'll see. They're only taking the top two. So
I'm happy I'm in it already. I ain't going to lie.
Yep. So are you going to help him host or?
I may. We'll have to see. September 9th. Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah.
I might have something going on that weekend or the weekend after, but if not, definitely.
Greg Burgess says, hello, guys. At 7:52 at night, it's 92. Well, we're at 88, so it's cooled off a little bit. I think it was 95 when the show started or something around like that. I don't remember exactly, but 88.
We're at 89 still here, Lyle.
Wow, I'm colder than you. That's hard to believe.
We may go fishing even later than that. What's going on out there?
Believe it or not, I'm finding the crappie 6 to 10 foot FOW right now, working on a show now and hammering some nice 14 inchers in shallow water, 87-degree water. Wow.
I got an idea where to look. We're going to have to test it out next week. So
87-degree water.
That's normal for around here this time of year, just not getting that hot.
Wow.
It's just not getting that hot. I remember fishing a couple times during the day out there on the river and going, oh my God, 89-degree water temps. But they were biting. They were biting good too.
Man. Lance McCouga says, we got 94 degrees. Feels like it was 124 here in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Wow.
I got to figure out if I'm going to be, well, next week's not going to be so bad. So I ain't even going to bring it up because, I do have that bib or that sport top on my boat, but it doesn't cover the front.
Can you buy a piece for the front?
No, I'm not doing that.
See, the original cover set on mine had snap-on cover for the front, over the top, down the sides, and out the back.
Holy smokes.
It's completely enclosed.
It was like a Lyle Stokes condominium on that boat.
You put a little heater in there, I don't care how cold it gets. If it just had a head on it. You know what I mean? You could live in that baby.
That's what buckets are for, Lyle. Come on.
Yeah, we got a little more comfort in that. I'm full figured, remember?
Mark Barnum wants one of us to go out there and close his garage door. He says it feels like 108 out there.
I wished I could, but no cigar. No cigar. It's been horrible this year, but next year it may not be that bad.
So when does the cool off start? Is it going to be hot still this weekend by you, or you think you'll be able to get out and fish a little bit this weekend?
I don't think we'll be able to go out before Sunday. Let's see. Okay. They're saying Sunday it rain, thunderstorms at 79. It's going to be 99 Thursday, 99 Friday, 93 Saturday, 79 Sunday, 84 Monday, 82 Tuesday, Wednesday, 85 Thursday, and 89 Friday. So I'm low to. We got one Wednesday. It's going to be 59 for a low, and the rest of the time we're going to be in the low 60s. So, the mornings are going to be, t-shirt weather for me.
I just posted a link up again for the direct donations for Caitlin. Somebody asked for it.
Good. Yeah, I think my chat's froze again. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's been an odd night on StreamYard, hasn't it?
It is. And let's talk about that for 1 second here. And I know it doesn't have anything to do with fishing, but for years we worked hard doing these shows with Google Hangouts, and it was horrific to deal with. But it would do a show, and it for what we done, for what we had, that was all we had. We didn't know anything was any better unless you spent thousands of dollars, which I was in the process of doing when StreamYard come out. I was thrilled to see it. My God, it saved me a ton of money. So now that we have this, and there's several other platforms like it, I think that these guys are updating as rapidly as they can, but these little glitches get in there because they're growing so big and so fast, it's hard for them to keep up with all of the changes that they need to make for all of the business that they're doing. I'm thrilled with them. I think for the amount of people that use it, they're a little high on pricing, but I'll pay it because it works well. Even with a little glitch like we've had tonight, Mark, it's still better than an alternative. And the thousands and thousands of dollars of programs that I was this close to buying when they come out. The only reason I hadn't bought it was because we had other stuff that was still working, and I had glitches in the expensive program. Mm-hmm. I told myself, if we can make it work flawlessly, I'll buy it. Well, we never did get it flawlessly, and then StreamYard come out, and he got a free trial with it, and it worked so well that everybody started upgrading because it was just that good.
Yeah, but it's really a no-brainer to use, whether you're streaming, out and about or from your house. It's a great way to get started and stuff. I know they're adding options and all sorts of other little additions to the program, to the use and stuff. And I think it's still got a little ways to go to catch up to something like OBS and that. But generally speaking, it does a great job. So
yeah, Mark, I didn't know you was a pool shooter. We'll have to get together sometime. I watch a lot of them pool tournaments when they do that streaming set stuff, and I enjoy watching the big boys play. Wish I could play with them, but I can't. So, but,
I shot real quick. I shot pool like 2 weeks ago, Lyle. I came to the conclusion that I need glasses, better glasses.
we had a Valley bar box in our house before we bought this house, and I haven't played in 8 years. And we sold the pool table because we don't have a place to put it in the house. The only way I can have a pool table in my house is if I put it out there where I build rods. So maybe at some point we're going to do that. I don't know, but Cindy and I both played on leagues. Her dad was a super pool player. 3 or 4 of her brothers play really well. She has one brother that is a world champion 8-ball. It's not APA. It was another sanctioning league. But he went to Vegas and beat people from all over the world and ended up winning it all one year, a few years ago. So we're kind of in the pool thing, but we haven't played much. But I've got a peach hour, a Mucci, and a custom pool cue, and I don't know, she's got a couple. So we have played a little. Miss it a lot, but there's not a place to play around here unless I go to Springfield, and I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Great show tonight, Mark. Had a lot of fun.
Had a lot of fun talking about something we really don't like too much, and that's the heat, Lyle. That's for sure.
That's it. I'm a Roadrunner fan. She is 13 years old and ranked 14th in women's WBPA. Wow. We used to have a little girl that lived south of here when I was shooting trap all the time that was a junior in high school. And she shot APA trap, ATA. And she had headphones in her ears, little things that stuck in there, and she listened to music. And she'd be dancing out there on that pad, getting ready to shoot, and people was watching her, and they didn't pay no attention to what she's doing. She'd just eat them up, man. Mm-hmm. She was like an A-class shooter. She's shooting 96, 97, 98 all the time, and every once in a while she'd pop 100 straight, and she's just an amazing young lady and just nice as she could be. Her gun broke one day, and I had a Browning Satori that I shot doubles with, and I let her shoot that. She run 200 straight with it. I never did, but she did, which was kind of cool. So thank you, Joe Buck. We appreciate it. Glad everybody was in here tonight. We had a wonderful time. We'll get something figured out for next week. In the meantime, Chad, Freddie, and Brian B. come on the bait shop tomorrow night at 7. We will be back on Catfish Weekly Monday night, and then back here. Mark's Crappie and Catfish and Crappie podcast will be following Catfish Weekly.
We will probably I will probably be fishing again next Monday night. I want to get all the fishing I can in. So I look forward to doing that, and I appreciate everybody who comes in there, and thanks for plugging that for me, Lyle. Definitely.
Absolutely. And then we're going to be we'll be right back here next Wednesday on Panfish Nation. Thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you next week.
Good night, everybody.